everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. I got about exactly an hour to build on this subject matter, man. Y'all see what we talking about. We talking about everybody's favorite guy, Kevin Samuels, and his cause of death that was revealed. It was hypertension. And y'all know that's right up my alley in regards to talking about health and fitness, man. So I got to tackle this, and I got to once again drill the importance of my brothers, black men, taking care of their health, man. For real, this is something that's serious out here, man. And unfortunately, we got to use a circumstance like this to drill it home. Alonzo, peace, what's happening? You know, we keep neglecting our health, man. Again, I don't care how much success, I don't care how much success you get, how much wealth you accumulate. It means absolutely nothing if you're not taking care of yourself. It means absolutely nothing if you're not taking care of your health, man. You can't enjoy the wealth, you can't enjoy the success, you can't enjoy the fame if you're not taking care of your health. That should be priority number one, all the time, always. Montel, peace, what's happening? What's the word? How y'all living and feeling? So my brothers, we got to do better, man. We got to prioritize that health, and we got to promote it and advertise it. So again, if you reach a certain level, man, again, you got to make sure you promoting being healthy, being fit. You know, that's important, man. You can't be out here drinking these energy drinks, man, knowing what that's doing to your heart, knowing what that's doing to your blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? You can't be eating a certain type of way, knowing what that's doing to your heart, knowing what that's doing to your blood pressure and things like that, man. You got to take care of yourself. Montel, we all good. Everything is good, man. Everything is good. We smooth, we centered, we peaceful. A lot of people don't want to make these connections. I get it. A lot of us brothers, we got to put in a lot of work to earn our living, make a name for ourselves out here. So again, if we know that, then, hey, we got to make sure we eating in a way that reflects that information and reflects that knowledge. So if I'm going to be out here grinding day in and day out, I got to make sure I'm taking care of my mind and body. So I got to eat right. You know, I be having long hours. Y'all see that I'm always working. Hence why I'm vegan, man. I can't afford to be nothing else. With the way that I'm working, I can't afford to be anything other than plant-based vegan. I wouldn't last too long if I was out here eating all this meat, eating all these heavy foods, wearing my mind down, wearing my body down. I couldn't afford to, man. So I gotta be plant-based. I gotta be vegan, man. We gotta balance it out. If you out here putting in hard work as a man, you gotta make sure you balancing it out with eating the proper foods, or else, man, you're not gonna last long, man. You're not gonna last long at all. Prodigal son, peace, what's happening? CA98, peace, what's the word? Lindell, peace. Jamar, Nappy Ted, CC, Magic, peace, what's happening? Andrew, what's the word? Jamar. Oh, yeah, CA, let's get it. Y'all see I'm in the gym, man. LG, peace, what's happening? Jamar, and that's what I was talking about, man. We can't be out here drinking Red Bulls. And again, on top of that, I don't know how the brother was eating, but I'm pretty sure, hey, if you got hypertension, then you know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't eating the best along with the Red Bulls, you know? When at the end of the day, you don't need a Red Bull for no type of energy at all. All you need are fruits. And I'm always talking about that. Humble King J, peace, what's happening? That's your natural energy source. You know what I'm saying? There is no need for you to be drinking an energy drink other than a fruit smoothie or other than just eating the fruit in and of itself. That's your true source of energy. You know, you can't be out here drinking that energy drink, especially when you out here working long hours, man. You asking to have a heart attack, fam. You asking to have a heart attack. I tell the story all the time. Back when I was in college, I already knew how detrimental and destructive energy drinks were, man. But I had a situation where I had to drive back to the crib about 4.5 hours, and man, I ain't getting no sleep, so I was tired, extra sleepy. And this was my younger years, so I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and get this energy drink. Man, that was my first and last time ever drinking an energy drink. I drank a Monster joint, and it felt like instantly my heart was about to jump out of my chest, instantly. So I drank it that one time and never again. It don't take me, see, listen. All it takes for me is one time. Once I experience something one time, I'm like, all right, cool. I'll listen to my body. Everybody else, a lot of other people tend to be ignorant. You know, your body give you a sign after you drink something. Your body give you a sign after you have eaten something and you neglect it, you don't listen to it. No, like my heart felt like it was going to jump out of my chest when I drank that Monster, and I said, you know what? I ain't drinking none of that again. I'm good. I'm going to just eat me some fruit, so I'm going to eat something else. I'm good. I ain't doing that. So I listened that one time. That's all it took for me. I'm not one of those ones that's going to wait until I'm near death to make changes. Nah, if I eat something or if I drink something and they got me feeling trash or I got me feeling like I'm finna have an instant stroke or heart attack, that's good enough for me not to indulge in it again. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, man, but energy drinks are one of the worst things that you can drink on the planet, man, for real. Like outside of a lot of the detrimental alcohol we got out here, man, energy drinks are deadly, fam, deadly. And again, your body, it builds up that immunity. You know what I'm saying? It's just like any type of drug. It builds up that immunity, that resistance, man. So you're going to need more of it for it to be effective. And that's why you see people, they able to drink 4 or 5 Red Bulls and it don't do nothing to them. Or they able to drink a Red Bull and then go to sleep. Whole while you drink one Red Bull and you feel like, man, you feel like you finna be up for 4 weeks and you feel like your heart about to beat out the chest. You know, they done been drinking it for so long, their body done got used to it, man. That tolerance is high. So they got to drink 6 or 7 Red Bulls to get any type of effect from it. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And a lot of people, they hit that level. You know what I'm saying? 1 is no longer enough. Now you need 2. So now this 2 is no longer enough. Now you need 3. Now that 3, all right, man, that ain't nothing. Now I need 4. So now y'all see the problem. So now you need 5, 6, 7 Red Bulls in order for you to go ahead and feel some type of energy rush or energy surge from the Red Bulls. That's dangerous. You don't want to be in that type of space. You don't want to be in that type of space, man. You don't need an energy drink, man. People get mad at me. I tell people all the time, I said, man, you don't need an energy drink and you don't need that Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Those are some cults right there. You got the people that drink the energy drinks. That's like a cult religion. And you got Starbucks. That's like another cult religion. You can't tell anybody that they don't need one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like when I start telling people, man, you do not need any of that coffee and you don't need any of these Red Bulls. All you need are fruits. They look at me like I'm crazy. Listen, I'm living proof of that. I don't drink any of that, and I be having more energy than everybody I be around, and all I eat in the morning are fruits. You know, I'm gonna either eat my bananas or like if I got some berries, cherries, any of that, or I'm gonna drink a smoothie, something along those lines, and I always have more energy than all the coffee drinkers and all the energy drinkers. Always, never fails. I be working around, I used to work around people, man, they having 2 or 3 jug, like look, those little like blender bottles filled with coffee. They having 2 or 3 of those before noon, and I done just ate my fruits, and I'm good. They still tired. They got headaches, all this type of stuff, man. Like, come on. Try and tell people. One day people gonna listen, man. Conscious Cutlets. Peace to everybody that's just tapping in. Shakira, peace. What's happening? One day people gonna listen, man. One day, you know. And this is why I told myself, and I told y'all the other day, man, I just feel like some of the stuff I be saying is underappreciated. Underappreciated, man. I've been talking about, man, I made a video. You know, my brother Antonio pointed this out to me. Not pointed it out, but reminded me. Like, I made the video again, telling black men they need to take their health more seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look what happens, man. We got to get serious about it, man. We got to get serious about it, man. We got to look at our life expectancy out here, man. Look at that number. That number is quite low for black men, man. We got to increase that number. And a lot of this is in our control. We just making bad decisions out here. And then we promote these bad decisions. Like straight up, we got to chill, man. I'm not drinking a Red Bull. You're not going to see me with a Red Bull. You're not going to see me with no coffee. You're not going to see me with any of that. You're going to see me with a smoothie. You're going to see me with some fruits or some vegetables, man. You're going to see me living a plant-based lifestyle, and you're going to see me exercising. That's what you're going to see. That's the type of lifestyle that we got to constantly promote. Now, when it comes to working out, I ain't really got to push my brothers to do that, man. Brothers going to get up and go lift some weights. A lot of brothers do it improperly, though, but they going to get up and go lift some weights. You know, they going to get up and do that. Now, brothers might not do the cardio aspect of it. They might not go run. They might not go hit some sprints and hit some hills. But, hey, for the most part, a brother going to get up and going to lift some weights and going to work out, going to go to the gym. So I ain't really got to push brothers too hard to do that. It's the other stuff where the brothers tend to fail, man. And that's why we be walking around with those guts, the beer bellies, as they like to call them. You know what I'm saying? Because we not taking care of the other aspect. You know, you ain't a man if you ain't eating meat out here. You know, that's the thing. That's the criticism I used to get. Y'all, man, you had real men eat meat and little stuff like that. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I ain't had meat in over 10 years, man. And I'm good. I ain't lost no strength. I ain't lost I ain't lost nothing. I ain't lost no pep in my step. None of that. I'm good. I ain't broke no bone. I ain't fractured nothing. I'm good. Matter of fact, like I said, I was getting injured a lot more when I was eating meat, when I was eating the flesh. You know, I stayed injured. I stayed with some type of injury, you know? So again, I'm good, man. Ever since I let go of the meat, I've been good, man. The strength is always improving, man. I'm good. The endurance is up, so we good. Nothing to complain about on that end. So I'm living proof of it. And I still got ways to go. Hey, Jay, there we go. We got to start somewhere, man. We gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? You gonna only go up from here. Only gonna go up from here, man. For real. Prodigal son, you say I had a bad left knee for years from playing football. Man, don't even get me started on the football injuries. And I cleared up a lot of now, to be honest with you, I cleared up a lot of my little ailments that I had, man, once I transitioned. I separated both my shoulders in high school, playing football, separated both them joints. Crazy. Separated, I think, the left one my junior year, then the right one my senior year. And I still was playing, for the most part, with separated shoulder. Crazy. And then I got concussions and all that, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? You didn't play football, you didn't have concussions. Whole nine. But, man, my little shoulder injuries and little inflammation and all that type of stuff that I was dealing with, all of that went away, man, once I went plant-based, once I went vegan, for real, like straight up. Like my shoulder, way better than it was, man. My shoulder was bothering me like a few years out of high school. Then when I finally transitioned over to the vegan lifestyle, man, along with a little rehab joint that I was doing, man, my shoulder it healed quickly. Healed quickly. Trio Raw, you say, how do you get your B12? B12, nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast. Look that up. You could throw that in a smoothie and easily get that B12 and nutritional yeast. And nowadays, they place a lot what they call fortified. They place a lot of B12 in some of the milks, like the little almond milks. Not a lot, but they place B12 in some of these milks and some cereals, things like that. You just gotta do the knowledge to the back of it. But nutritional yeast, man, that's a good source. That's a pretty good source if you're not taking a supplement. Big Smooth for sure. For sure. Delano, peace. What's happening? Yeah, so we gotta get serious about it, man. Like, for the most part, when you talking to men, like we so concerned with eating enough protein, man. All we concerned with is protein. And I gotta make sure I'm eating my protein. That's all that dudes be concerned with, man. And y'all know I'm in the field, so I deal with this directly. When you talking to dudes, they just gotta make sure they eat enough protein. I gotta make sure I got this slab of meat. I gotta make sure I have meat here. Man, we be neglecting the fruits. We be neglecting the veggies big time, man. Man, y'all see the poll that I conducted, man. I conducted a poll and asked y'all what y'all struggle with the most. Y'all know what won that? Not eating enough fruits and veggies. That's what y'all voted for the most. That's what y'all struggle with the most. Y'all told me, the people that's tuning in to me, y'all let me know that y'all struggle most with eating enough fruits and veggies throughout the day. That's the information that y'all gave me. Not chewing the food thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? Which is something I struggle with. Not drinking enough water, but y'all struggle with getting enough fruits and veggies. So y'all letting me know what the problem is. Just a few people rocking with me. And I feel like I got a lot of conscious folks on my joint. So just imagine if y'all struggling with eating the fruits and veggies, just imagine what the masses are out here struggling with in regards to fruits and veggies. If y'all done been rocking with me, hearing what I've been saying, and y'all still struggling with it, can you just imagine society at large and how they struggling with eating the fruits and veggies? Come on now. Come on now. RG, all right, you say you trying to transition to vegan by the end of the year. All right, so the book that I recommend is Becoming Vegan. Becoming Vegan. That's one of the best books that I recommend. It's a few, but Becoming Vegan. And man, what's the other book? Proteinaholic. That's another good one. And there's a third one on the tip of my tongue. How Not to Die. That's another good book that will help you transition. Then I got this book right here for when you're trying to get deep into the trenches and go like raw, but conscious eating. This is a book that I'm going back into, breaking it down, man. This is a very, very solid book in regards to that. And man, I forgot the name. I forgot how to work, like how it's phrased. But Stickman from Dead Prez had a book. He was documenting his journey, how he built muscle while going, well, he's already a vegan, but how he put on muscle while being vegan and running kind of every day, because he's an endurance runner. So he wanted to document his journey, how he was putting on muscle while still continuing on with his running regimen. I think it's called like Eat Plants and Lift Iron or something like that. I can't remember the actual title of that book, but I think that's what it's called. Like Eat Plants, Lift Iron, something like that, man. But Stick Man from Dead Prez, he got a book, and his wife wrote a book. I think it's like, man, I can't remember the name of that book, man. But if you type in Stick Man's book, that's gonna come up, and his wife's book should come up, and it's more so like a recipe book. Those are some good joints. The Ray Vicious piece, what's happening? Oh man, everything, the macros, the micros, all of that, man, it's all important. And like things like iron and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Just do the knowledge to iron. People be like, man, I don't get enough blackstrap molasses. Look up blackstrap molasses and look up how much iron that contains. Something simple, man, that you can throw in a smoothie, you know? Simple. Just simple things like that. Chris, my brother, peace, what's happening? Slaps and traps, yeah, for sure. I tell this story all the time. Dead Prez, that's one of the reasons, that's one of the main reasons why I made the transition. You know, if you know anything about Dead Prez and they song Be Healthy, like I was vibing to that song heavy back in the day, man. And that kind of led to my transition. Then of course I just started following Stick and M1 and just, you know what I'm saying, following their journey and whatnot. So that's kind of what inspired me. That was part of the reason why I made the transition, along with reading Elijah Muhammad's How to Eat to Live. I read volume 2 before I read volume 1. And then I watched a lot of Slaughterhouse documentaries. And you know what I'm saying? If you ever seen a Slaughterhouse documentary, then y'all know what y'all already know. If you didn't seen a Slaughterhouse documentary, you already know what's up. Hey, if that ain't enough for you to stop eating that BS, man, that they selling in these stores, then I don't know what to tell you. At least the BS that they selling in the stores that you know coming from these slaughterhouse facilities. You know, if that don't inspire you to not eat that, you sick in the head, man. Because when I watched that and saw, first of all, I read about it. It's a book. Man, I forgot what the book is called, like Fast Food Nation or something like that, man. I can't remember the actual name of this book, man. But I was reading a book about fast food, and somehow it started talking about slaughterhouses and the slaughterhouse conditions and whatnot, man, and just how unsanitary them joints are, just how trash the conditions are. And I was like, you know what, let me tap into some documentaries. And so that's what I did. I tapped into these documentaries, and I'm like, no, sir. No, sir, I'm good. Okay, cool. Watercress, slept on. The real piece, what's happening? Oh, Delano, man, listen. Chewing food, what is it called? Mastication. One of the most underrated aspects of health. The main thing, to keep it simple, because y'all know I like to keep it simple. That's basically what's activating the enzymes in the food. Like, that's how you get your nutrients. That's how the food turns into energy when it's properly chewed. You want to make sure you chew the food to like a liquid smoothie type of texture. If you don't do that, then more than likely, like, your body is not able to absorb it. So you're not able to get the nutrients from it. And that's a main problem. Matter of fact, a lot of people, if you suffer from gas and all that type of stuff, it's probably because you're not chewing your food thoroughly. And I tell people all the time, it's not about what you eat, it's about what you absorb. You know what I'm saying? It's about what your body extracts from the food that you eat. So you could be eating something that's high in vitamin C. That don't necessarily mean that your body is absorbing it. Because if you're not chewing the food thoroughly, then you're not getting the nutrients from the food. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting the nutrients from the food, man, if you are not chewing that food thoroughly. So you got to make sure you chew that food enough times to where it's like you got that smoothie. It's almost in a liquid state. That's very important. Very important. Now, it's underrated. So like I said, if you have any problems with gas, if you get heartburn, stuff like that, man, you're not chewing your food. You're not chewing your food at all. You're not chewing your food thoroughly enough. And a lot of times, man, we just be bashing food. Man, that's dangerous, man. Like, that's for real, straight up dangerous. Just bashing the food, man, just devouring and not even chewing it, just boom, swallowing it whole. Ronaldo, let's get it. Antonio, my brother, peace, what's happening? Jamar, yeah. Yeah, it is a movie. See, I don't know if that's the book name, but I think it is. CC, and man, and I've heard of them, and that's that's dangerous. That's a dangerous way to live. Lindell, you say, how do I feel about vitamins? Unfortunately, I used to be adamantly against vitamins, but unfortunately, due to the culture that we live in, sometimes vitamins actually are necessary. And it's simply because of the quality of the food. It's hard to get some top-notch quality food around here, man. So more than likely, most of us are deficient in a lot of vitamins and minerals unless we growing our own foods or unless we going directly to a farmer's market to where somebody else is growing that food. If that's not happening and we getting our foods from the stores, we not getting the best quality of food. Even if it's organic, like we still not getting the best quality if we out here buying food from the grocery store. So a lot of times, man, those vitamins can come in handy. I used to not food with vitamins and say get everything from the foods that you consume. But like I said, man, the quality of the food is not the best unless you're growing it yourself, unless you going to these farmers markets. That's it. Other than that, man, you might have to take a few vitamins, man, a few supplements like B12 and vitamin D and things like that. You might have to tap in. You might have to tap in. Shantae, Peace Queen, what's happening? Big Smooth, I'm trying to tell you, man, hey, that's something that I still got to be conscious about, making sure I'm chewing my food thoroughly. You know, I got to make sure I'm chewing that food thoroughly. Like it, you know, from time to time, I catch myself, man, I be killing it, man. It is something all in my eye, man. Goodness. DB, oh yeah, liquid vitamins. The liquid version of B12 is actually the best way to take the B12. So a lot of people get the gummies or the capsules, but the liquid B12 is actually the best way to absorb it. The liquid B12. Ray Peace, what's happening? Yeah, boom, crypto for sure. There is no reason. Listen, it's certain things on the planet. Like I always like, there is no reason to drink an energy drink. It's just there's no legit. You cannot give me any legitimate reason to drink an energy drink. Like there's nothing from that energy drink that you claim to get that you can't get naturally from fruits and veggies. So there's just no reason for us to be drinking any energy drink at all. It's just no reason, not one reason at all. I'd rather you better off drinking those oversaturated little fruit drinks that they be having, you know what I'm saying, little smoothie drinks that they be having at these stores. Even though they laced with a bunch of nonsense sugar, you better off drinking them joints than the Red Bulls and the energy drinks. King Me, peace, what's happening, G? You better off drinking that garbage. That's still garbage, but you better off drinking that. There is no reason for you to be drinking energy drinks, man. Like for real, we gotta listen. Some of these companies, man, we gotta put them out of business, man. For real, they shouldn't be thriving and surviving the way that they are, man. Like at this point, we know it's drugs and so, like Starbucks, you know they lacing these joints with, you know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's, like it ain't no reason for these type of places to be in existence, especially like McDonald's and these fast food places. For the life of me, man, when I make a left out of my gym, out of this plaza, man, and I see all these fast food restaurants and I see the parking lots almost out into the streets, it's like I be like, we still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go, man. You looking at McDonald's in the drive-thru, it's still filled to capacity. It's like, why are y'all still in 2022? It's like we still ain't got the knowledge to McDonald's. We still don't know not to eat the McDonald's at 11 o'clock at night. Come on, man. Ronaldo, they call it crack Donald's. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hit Crack Donald's, Murder King. You know what I'm saying? Crack Donald's and Murder King, you know? We still in a drive-thru. You know what I'm saying? We still in a drive-thru. We still gonna go in the store. We still gonna get this Red Bull, although we know we shouldn't be drinking it. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna make these terrible decisions. And I know that we know about these decisions because a lot of people tell me. Because, you know, y'all know who I'm like you know what I'm saying? I'm like the health police. When people see me, they get nervous. You know how when the police get around you, you put on your seatbelt and all that. You ain't did nothing, but you put on your seatbelt. You start driving a certain type of way. When I come around, that's how everybody get with health. So they start letting me know things that they doing, that they know they shouldn't be doing. So I know we shouldn't be doing these things. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be eating this McDonald's. Yeah, I know this energy drink ain't the best for me. I done had people come to me. Y'all know how I feel about the keto diet. I done had people admit out their mouth like, yeah, I know this keto diet ain't the healthiest for me, but. So y'all be knowing what y'all be doing, man. RG, man, I said, Man, listen, RG, I talk about fasting almost in every video. And I've literally told people this. I done told people. I told my clients, I say, man, it's better for you to not eat than to eat some garbage. So if it's 11 o'clock at night, first of all, you shouldn't be eating that late. But if it's 10, 11 o'clock and your options are McDonald's or don't eat at all, just go to sleep, man. Don't eat, drink water. Drink water. RG, man, the biggest problem that I have with keto, for one, is not really sustainable for the average person. Secondly, it places a bad rap on carbs. Can't stand it. Thirdly, most of the people that go keto, they not going keto in a healthy fashion. They eating food. Again, they overly focused on protein and fats. Man, when you read the book Proteinaholic, it lets you know that the overconsumption of protein is linked to a lot of ailments. You know what I'm saying? From diabetes to arthritis, osteoporosis, things like that. So again, we place too much of an emphasis on protein and fat, and then we neglecting the carbs. So when you neglecting the good carbs, like your fruits and your veggies, and then you overly focused on the protein and fats, man, you opening yourself up to a lot of ailments, man. You opening yourself up to a lot of ailments. Oh yeah, boom, crypto. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Man, I got this brother looking in this looking in my gym, man. I'm about to, if y'all see me get active in a minute, man, I'm finna have to go out here and power slam this dude, man, because he keep looking in this, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little frustrated, y'all. So if y'all see me have to pop up in a minute, I'm about to body slam somebody because I don't like this dude looking in my joint while I'm trying to stream. Y'all might catch a body slam live on the camera, man, because what is dude looking at? All right, man. All right, we done walked away. All right, we good now. But yeah, RG, that's my big problem with it. There is a healthy way to do it, you know, and I look at it like this: the keto doesn't, because you do have some people that thrive with a higher protein type of lifestyle, but there is a healthier way to adhere to that type of lifestyle. You know, to the point where you don't have to severely restrict your carbs to like 5 to 10%. So you got people that need a little bit more protein than the next person, but it's only like maybe 45%. They still can afford to eat about 25% carbs, not 5, or not no carbs altogether. Like, that's just dangerous, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that be trying to dodge carbs altogether. Like, that's foolish. That is foolish. Yes, you got some people that thrive on higher protein, which you can do that plant-based. See, there's a misconception that you cannot have or indulge in a high protein type of regimen on a plant-based type of diet. I hate that word, but that's false though. That's very false. Jay, for sure. And again, people here again, let me go ahead and clarify some things. People hear plant-based, they hear vegan, and they think, oh, where I'm gonna get my like you can, again, you could have, like, listen, they got vegan keto diets. You know what I'm saying? So they actually have these type of things. But again, you just want to make sure you have the right ratio in regards to your body type. Protein, carbs, and fat. So you want to make sure just the right ratio, man. If you need more protein, then you just got to make sure you are eating the protein-rich plant-based foods, which is simple, man. Split peas, lentils, like eat the green, eat your spinach, man. Again, you getting your protein is easy, man. Hemp seeds, all of that, man. So it's easy to get that. And another one, hey, look up brewer's yeast. BREWERS, yeast. That's a very good source of protein for a vegan, man. I think it's like 18 grams of protein per serving, and a serving is, I think, 2 tablespoons, and it comes in powdered form. So if you're looking for a plant-based source of protein, like a natural plant-based source, man, look up brewer's yeast. Look that joint up, man, and get that powder, man. That's a very good source of plant-based vegan protein, man. Very good source. Lindell, when people start telling me that they can't control their hunger, like at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, like that's a mental situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, you can. You know, like at the end of the day, you can. So that's when I started telling people about fasting. Like at that point, when you feel like you can't control something that you can't control, like now you just got like it's a matter of discipline. So you just gotta start doing things. You know, you just gotta start telling yourself you not finna eat something. You just got small victories gonna matter at that point. You gotta say, all right, I'm gonna go a day without eating meat. And you gotta like embrace that small victory. And you do that enough times, then it's like then you're gonna be able to control your hunger. You know, so you just gotta start setting goals at that point because you can control it. You can control it. We just don't want to control it. You know? But again, you tell the average person that they swear up and down that they can't control it. So if you have problems with that, man, you just gotta start fasting a lot. That helps with discipline. Saying, all right, I'm gonna fast for 24 hours, man. 24 hours, I can't have nothing. You keep doing that enough times, man, your hunger, that will be controlled. That will be controlled. Munich's peace, what's happening? One, see, and there we go. There's a healthy way to go about it, but most people do not go about it that way. And like I said, man, the most important thing that we got to start doing for real is learning our body types, fam. Like we got a lot of different systems out here that build on body types and kind of like the proper way to eat according to the body type, man. You know, you got Ayurvedic type of systems. You got, you know, y'all that studied the bodybuilders, the ectomorphs, the mesomorphs, and all of that type of stuff. Y'all saw me build on the oxidation system. Some people eat according to blood type, even though that's faulty. So, man, you got to get in tune with like what's the best way to eat according to your body type, man. You got to figure your body type out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find one of these systems and you gotta test it. You know, trial and error. You gotta say, all right, man, I'm gonna try this oxidation system. So according to this test that I did in regards to the oxidation system, it says that I'm a fast oxidizer, meaning I need more protein. You know, with a minimal amount of carbs and a medium amount of fat. So let me go ahead and try to do this plant-based wise and see how this works for me. If that system don't work for me, then I'm gonna try this Ayurvedic system, what they call the tridoshas. You know, and I'm gonna take a test and see if I'm, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, or whatever the three body types are, the three dosha types. And you figure out your type there, and you say, all right, man, I'm gonna test this out, man. But you just gotta figure out your body type, man. You gotta see what works for you. Like just straight up, man. You gotta get in tune, man. Really pay attention. I tell people all the time. And I did the knowledge to something. And it was like when you eat a food, check your post after like 30 minutes to an hour. And they was like, man, if that post is a little high, like if you ate just like one food item, if you have a high pulse 30 minutes to an hour after you have eaten that food, you might be allergic to it. You know, little stuff like that, man. We not hip. We don't be really doing the knowledge to things, man, and how it affects our bodies, man. So if you eat something, man, and you wait 30 minutes to an hour and you check your pulse and that joint a little high, it's like, hold on, I might be allergic to that. I might should not be eating that, you know? The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the wife. Say, can you eat healthy and still have high blood pressure? Essentially, yes. If you're not able to maintain your mental stress, but your blood pressure will fare a lot better if you are eating healthy. You know, it's going to help you. Like, it's almost inevitable, man. When you start eating a little better, like your mind starts to change, man. You start to be able to handle stress better. Like, essentially, man, I work crazy hours that if I didn't eat a certain type of way, my blood pressure would be through the roof. But if I check my blood pressure right now, that mug is not going to be that high. You know, but I'm always working. I'm always putting in work. But due to the fact that I eat and I fast a lot, you know what I'm saying? I don't eat heavy in the morning. Like that essentially balances it out. You know, so again, like it's very helpful. Like if I wasn't eating the way that I eat, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't moving the way that I move, like, oh no, my stuff would be through the roof. I can guarantee that. But I balance it out. I balance it out. You can have a few rare cases or exceptions to where it's like, all right, they eating clean, they balancing it out, but yet the blood pressure is still high. You know, so then we're gonna have to tap into some other sources and see why that blood pressure is doing what it's doing. But for the most part, man, once you eat right, you know, and you fast and all that type of good stuff, man, you are balancing all that other stress out. And your blood pressure should be stabilized. Should be stabilized, man, because again, like I said, I know I'm putting in more work than the average person, you know, and the blood pressure should be through the roof. I can tell you right now that the blood pressure is not through the roof. Like you can feel when you had that hypertension, man, you can feel it. You start to feel a certain type of way, man. You can feel it. You can definitely feel it. You know, so it's all about the balance. If you're not exercising, if you're not eating right, like, you know what I'm saying, and you can't handle stress, like, come on, man. You know, but again, if you like Nipsey talked about it, man. Nip, you know, RIP to Nip, that's my guy. You know, Nip talked about it. Nip was saying, that's what he was saying. Nip was like, man, I be putting in a lot of work. You know, I'm always on the road. I'm always traveling. I have late nights, you know, early mornings. And he was like, one thing I try to do to balance it is watch what I eat. That's what Nip said. You know what I'm saying? And that's right and exact. That's exactly what Nip said. I remember watching the Nip interview, and that's exactly what he said. He was like, man, I be having these long days, man, these long nights, early mornings. He's like, so I really try to be mindful of what I put into my body to balance it out. And that's just what you got to do. If you know you about to be working hard, you got to make sure you balancing it out. Like, if it ain't one time in your life where you eating good, you got to make sure you eating good when you putting in long hours. You got to do it. That's inevitable. Like, you just got to do it. You got to do it. It's imperative that you do that. You know what I'm saying? If you working a lot, if you putting in a lot of work, you gotta eat right. You gotta eat right. Mastermind, peace, what's happening? Amari, peace, what's the word? Oh yeah, Antonio, for sure, man. It's best to move in the morning, man. Get that blood flow going. Hey, and I told you, they say the morning time is when you are more than likely to have a heart attack. You know, so they tell you to, as soon as you wake up in the morning, to drink you some warm water. You know, like little stuff like that, man, that people don't know about. You know, again, you more than likely to have that heart attack in the morning, so the studies say. So they was like, a way to counter that is when you wake up in the morning, drink you some warm water, man. Like 30 minutes after you wake up. Not 30 minutes, but at least up to 30 minutes, man. You got 30 minutes to get that warm water in your system. All in there for sure, man. Like my sprints and all that type of good stuff, man. I'm more of a sprinter. So if I'm gonna do some running for my cardio, like I'm a sprint, run some hills, things like that, you know. Get out there and get some sun, they say, man. Hit the track, you know, hit the hills, man. That's the great form of cardio. Hey, even playing like basketball or something like that, man. Oh, Jay, for sure. Yeah, man. Like again, we take it for granted, man, until something serious happens. Until we have that near death experience, then we want to consider. You know what I'm saying? We want to consider eating right. Notice I said consider, because even then people still don't make the transition sometimes. Man, I done seen it, man. I done seen it. I done seen it up close and personal. I'm talking about people on their deathbed talking about go grab me some candy. You know what I'm saying? Go grab me some fast, go grab me some McDonald's. Because they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't just giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen that. So sometimes that ain't even enough, man. That ain't even enough. But again, preventative measures are better than trying to reverse something. It's a lot harder when you're trying to reverse something. It's better to prevent it from happening in the first place, man, because once you get the condition and you're trying to reverse it, man, it gets complicated. Like it gets very complicated, man. It gets very complicated. So it's better to take preventative measures, man. Better to prevent than reverse. Not saying that you cannot reverse and cure, but it's a lot easier if you just prevent it in the first place. If you prevent it in the first place, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's like stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. So I don't know about y'all, but I would rather prevent something from happening than trying to reverse it. It sounds a lot easier that way to me, to prevent it from happening, opposed to, all right, I got it, now let me try to do everything to reverse it. And then I can't stand when people get into that type of situation and condition, and then they try to go vegan or they try to juice and all that, and then it don't work, and then they be like, see, I did all of that and it didn't work. That's because you did it after the fact. How about if you would have did that before the fact, then you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You would never have to deal with the condition in the first place. So I hate when people do that. When people get a condition, then they go vegan or they try to juice and they try to fast and they be like, see, it ain't working. Dude, you gotta give it time, fam. You gotta give it time. Hey, B, peace, what's happening? There we go. Hey, for sure. Hey, Byron, man, yeah, hey, boxing regimen is one of the best regimens on the planet for you. And Jay, you say, so from what I get, it's best to get on a plant-based diet, eat plant-based. Hey, 100% plant-based diet is the best. Basically, how your regimen should look, be all in all honesty, 80%, at least 80% raw, 20% cooked. I feel that's the ideal, like universally speaking. I guarantee, universally speaking, everybody could adhere to that. But that's the best. That, like, from my studies, that's the best way to live, and that's what I'm striving towards. 80% raw, 20% cooked, and you rolling. 80%, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% raw, 20% cooked. 20% cooked, 80% raw. I'm trying to tell you, that's the best way to do it according to like all my stuff. All my studies kind of go back to that. Again, that's giving you wiggle room. We're not saying, hey, you can't eat no cooked food. You gotta be 100% raw. Nah, you can have it 20%. 20%. 20%. So hey, if you consuming if you consuming like 5 meals out of the day, hey, 1 meal can be cooked. B, appreciate that donation. Kinger, man, hey man, YouTube be kind of hating on the kid as far as notifying people about when I be streaming, even when I be dropping videos, man. But it is what it is. We gonna keep putting out the content. But man, yeah, 80% raw, 20% cooked, man, just based off of my studies, and I'm always studying, so I still got more studying to do. But man, everything aligns with that lifestyle. Seems like once you do that, like, you good. Of course, along with like exercising and things like that, man. But 80-20, 80% raw, 20% cooked, that seems like the way to go. That seems like the way to go according to my studies. And again, like, once you learn your body type, it's a way to go about that no matter what your body type is. So everybody could essentially adhere to that. All right, man, little homie keep walking around here. Well, not little homie, big homie. Keep walking around. Again, if y'all see me just jump up from my seat and get the body slamming, folks, it's because Muzz is looking at her. So a mixture of both in regards to, because the thing about juicing is good for like detoxes and cleanses and things like that. But juicing is not something that you necessarily want to do every day, because when you juice, you remove the fiber from the fruit and from the vegetable, and the fiber is an essential part of the fruit and the vegetable. So essentially, you don't necessarily need the juice like every day. It's only when you going on like a cleanse or a detox that juicing is really like important. But for the most part, man, you balance it out. Juices, smoothies, and you want to make sure that you eating a few as well. But again, like when you somebody like myself and you always on the go, like drinking your calories is like the move. So somebody like me, man, I'm gonna drink more smoothies than the average person, or at least I'm gonna have to, because I be on the go. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, yeah. So again, juicing removes the fiber from the joint. So you don't want to do that all the time and not have your smoothies and not actually eat the fruit or the vegetable. Because you need that fiber. That's important. But when it comes to detoxing and cleansing, so like if you finna go on that juice detox and cleanse, yeah, that's crucial. That's gonna be game changing. But if you just trying to do the 80-20 thing, man, you want to do like a combination of all of that, man. Eat some, blend some, juice some. And then you roll it. Yeah, RG for sure. Hey, some people use olive oil. or like sesame oil to spread a little bit of that. Um, but hey, for the most part, man, if you have problems eating salad, I just say, man, it's not just blend them joints, man. Get them veggies in, just blend them. You know, blend them. Because a lot of times, like I say, when we cook the vegetables for the most part, like fruits, we of course we can eat the fruits raw. But when it comes to the vegetables, man, we tend to overly cook the vegetables to where we killing all of the nutrients. Oh yeah, nah, man. It's these people working on the joint next door, man. They keep trying to be nosy, trying to see what's up in here. You know, I ain't got time for that, man. Leave me alone when y'all see me streaming. You know what I'm saying? You see me streaming, you see that this is a gym. Go ahead and continue on with what you're doing. Y'all know, you know, we don't play that. Yeah, smoothie. Hey, smoothies, man. Listen, I love smoothies, man, for sure. Hertz, what you say? What do you think about soaking kale in hot water before eating it in terms of retaining nutrition value? Yeah, that's something that could be beneficial in regards to the kale. You know, and they got look studies out here. Y'all can look the stuff up too. There, they got it out here to where they say too much kale consumption can create problems for your thyroid. They got little studies out here like that, so you just got to pay attention to these things. Again, you got to do the knowledge to your body and see what type of condition you got. So if you got certain ailments, then there's certain foods you need to stay away from, even some of the health foods. You know what I'm saying? So we got to know what you're dealing with, or you got to know what you're dealing with. Oh, yeah, mastermind for sure. Yeah, but the smoothies are definitely on point. Yeah, I definitely recommend that, man. Get your smoothies in, and then too, what they call the mono diet. A lot of times, man, when you eating fruits, this is one thing that I've come across more than one occasion. Basically, not eating a lot of different fruits and veggies at one time when you eating them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just gonna eat cherries and nothing else. Like, just try to keep it simple, man. Don't be trying to eat a gang of them joints at like one time. That can cause some problems too as far as digestion goes, man, because again, not all fruits and vegetables are made equally. So again, just try to eat like one at a time when you consuming them joints, or like when you eating them. For the smoothies, the combination is cool, but like when you eating them joints and you chewing them, like try to focus on one at a time. One at a time for sure. Oh yeah, Antonio. Hey man, hey, one smoothie a day. What they say, a banana. They're like, nah, a smoothie a day keeps the doctor away for sure. Yeah, I remember I was on the kick for a minute. We was on the kick with like two smoothies a day. I got to get back on that. That was nice. Yeah, Munich for sure. Always keep it simple with everything, really. Keep it simple with your plate of food. Keep it simple with your smoothies. Keep it simple with everything, man, for real. Keep it simple with your workouts, like everywhere. You should always keep it simple. Always. Hollow Tribe, peace, what's happening? Taria, honestly, I use water. Like, I literally use water. Sometimes the coconut water could be cool too because of the electrolytes. So you can use that joint also, like the coconut water that got the electrolytes in it, so that could be cool as well. But I just use straight up water, distilled water, alkaline water, whatever the case may be. I just use water for my joint. I keep it, like I say, keep it real simple. You might have a few situations to where, like, if you going plant-based and you lacking some calcium, you might throw in some of that, unsweetened almond milk or something to try to get that calcium up. If you're not eating enough greens and whatnot, sometimes that's the case, but for the most part, I'm putting that water in there. Hollow, you say you a bean head? Hey, nothing wrong with the bean. You getting the protein. You getting the protein for sure. Yeah, you getting the protein for sure. Jay Peace, what's happening, my brother? Munich, yeah, the beetroot. Hey, the ginger. Man, listen. Yeah, hey, ginger is ginger, garlic, turmeric, all of that. Man, in a minute, y'all, I'm finna go out here and invite this dude to come in this gym and work out. Cause if this dude look in here one more time, fam, what do you want to come in here and do some push-ups or something, bro? Like, my goodness. Excuse the temper, y'all. Like, y'all know I got a short fuse and it's starting to come out. Like, come on. Like, I'm trying to build and I keep seeing dude walk up to the window. Like, come on, fam. It's weights in here. You want to lift weights, you want to get in shape, just let me know. We can discuss prices, fam. Come on. Yeah, Omari, for sure. They definitely lacing them joints, man. Like, definitely. Definitely. Mastermind for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get to that point in a minute, man. You ain't gotta keep looking, man. You either open this door and be like, "What's up?" or something, man. Just do something. Don't be creepy. Like, I ain't got time for it, man. Like, don't be a creep. But yeah, man, we gotta, that's the part. That's the part of my health that I work with. Once again, this is why I don't interact with a lot of society outside of what I do. Short fuse, don't have time for creepy nonsense. Like that's where my blood pressure arises, man. I ain't got time for that. It's like, stop playing with me. But outside of that, I try to do a fairly good job of like paying attention to my health and things like that. Yep, here we go again, man. He finna be outside posted looking. Here we go. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all, we gotta understand it's a way to go about getting somebody's attention, man, without having to be creepy with it. That's just almost like a dude trying to gain the attention of a girl, man. And instead of just going directly up and talking to her, you just keep staring at her from weird angles. Like, that's weird, man. Like, that's weird. Like, you not like that ain't that we don't fool with that, man. Like, come on, man, that's weird. Don't be staring at her from different angles. All right, you looking at her from the car. Then you get out the car and you walk in the store and you looking at her from the store. And then you go across the street, you mugging her from across the street. It's like, man, just go say something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's almost about that time, man. I gotta deal with my last client, so I just want to wrap it up. By letting y'all know once again, especially us brothers, we got to start taking our health a lot more seriously out here, man. We not doing a good job in regards to the nutritional department. How do I know? Because I deal with a lot of brothers. Now, some of us out here we getting serious and we trying to stay serious and we trying to promote it. So it's real in the field for some of us. But for the most part, man, a lot of brothers can't put down some things that I know are hindering them from being the best version of themselves, man. Whether it be the alcohol, whether it be the meat, whether it be the dairy, whether it be the junk food, the late night snacks, all of that type of stuff, man. A lot of brothers can't put these things down, or a lot of brothers don't balance it out properly. It ain't manly to fast. It ain't manly to not eat. You know what I'm saying? It ain't manly to let go of the meat. It ain't manly to be drinking smoothies all day. So some people say. You know what I'm saying? It ain't manly to be eating fruits and vegetables. Y'all know every time somebody see me, or when I tell people, man, just eat some fruits and vegetables for lunch. That's what I used to do. They be like, nah, I need some real food. Boy, I hate that. Hate it. I hate it, man. Can't stand it, man. You know what I'm saying? Cannot stand it. Cannot stand it. Oh, you eating fruits and vegetables. I need some real food. I can't just eat no cherries. I can't just eat no melons. I need some real food. And then they go proceed to get the most fake food on the planet, the most processed food on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But you need real food. But everything you just got was severely processed. Nothing real about it. Nothing real about it. You know what I'm saying? You eating that meat, but you not eating it in its purest form. You know what I'm saying? You ain't eating that meat how it should be eaten. You know, that ain't real. They done fed that meat, they done fed that pig, they done fed that cow an unnatural diet. They traumatized the animal before they killed it, and now you consuming all of that, man. I was just reading about studies in regards to crime rates, and they like crime rates and hyperactive children and just like juvenile delinquent children, and they was the study. They was putting some of these children on plant-based diets, and they was like, man, these kids, they didn't even have a thought to commit crimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Eating plant-based like that, man, it will solve the crime rate. Like, you know what I'm saying? It will reduce the crime rate. Seriously. Like, this is straight up. Straight up, man. People do not understand that, man. If you go study the people back in the day, like, for real, go start studying like the warriors and whatnot, man. It's like known studies out here that before these dudes went to go to war, a lot of the emperors and the higher ups that was in charge of them, they was feeding them meat. Because they knew that meat would make them more aggressive. Like, all right, man, we finna go to war, so let me feed you this meat. You know what I'm saying? Let me feed you this meat, so again, your aggression can increase. That's why they would feed them the meat before it was time to go to war, before they had to fight. They would feed them the meat because it made them more aggressive. That's what they would feed the warriors, man. So stop playing with me, man. We can bring out a lot of studies, man. We can bring out a lot of studies. You know, we can bring out a lot of studies in regards to meat being linked to aggression. And if you think I'm lying, just look at society. I always tell you, look at society. If I'm lying, then why is society so aggressive? Why is it so violent out here? What is everybody eating? What is everybody eating predominantly? I'm trying to tell you, they not eating fruits and vegetables. Man, go look up, when y'all get off of this joint, go look up how many pounds of meat the average Americans eat. The average American eats. Man, I put that. I wrote it, on the community board so y'all saw it, but go look that up for yourself. And then go look up white sugar, white flour, all that type of stuff. Let's look up how much of that we eat on a daily basis, on a yearly basis. And then go look at the crime rates. Come on now. Come on now, but they got studies. Like, you ain't got to believe me. They got the studies out here. They had the juvenile delinquent children, and they fed them a plant-based lifestyle, and they stopped doing what they was doing. They stopped engaging in that type of behavior. Come on, man. What they say, you are what you eat, man. Again, if you eat in a peaceful manner, like, that's what you're going to become, man. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you eat in that aggressive manner, then boom, there you go. Now you aggressive. Now you mad all the time. You ready to fight. You ready to go to war, which is why they fed the warriors the meat. Give them the flesh, man, because, you know what I'm saying, they eat this flesh, they turn into savages. Turn into savages. Jazz, if you having problems with the sugar, definitely need to go on a green, like, detox, man. Just all, like, greens, man, green juices, green smoothies, and just fasting in general, like 24-hour water fast every now and then. Like, that definitely helps curb that. And for dinner, man, it'd be just a bunch of it's just different vegan meals and whatnot. You name it, man. We probably own it. Yeah, so hey, again, man, the meat makes you more aggressive, man, for real. Y'all know I done played football, man. I done been there, man. I done been there, done that with the aggression, man. I can tell you that. Like, I done came a long way. You know what I'm saying? I came a long way. Like, people think I got the temper now. Like, nah, man, the temper was like a million times worse back in the day. Like, man, don't play with me back in the day. Like, y'all think I'm playing about body slamming people. Man, I used to do that back in the day when I was eating the meat, the swine, and all that, man. Like, if you came at me incorrectly, man, I was gonna put you in an ankle lock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna perform a wrestling move on you real quick. And a lot of that was a reflection of what I eat. Yeah, I can still spaz out from time to time, man, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot more for me to get to that point, opposed to back then, man. It takes a lot more for me to get to that point. A lot more. You know, for sure. It takes a lot more for me to reach that level now. Yeah, I say the ankle lock because my favorite wrestler at the time, that was his signature move. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dude used to just yell. He used to bang his head, yell, and his signature move was the ankle lock. And you know what I'm saying? The dudes in the neighborhood, the older dudes in the neighborhood, you know how petty they are. You know, they used to, they knew the younger ones with the bad temper. So boom, they would always just try to instigate some stuff with me and tell me what somebody said that was my age, and they do. I'd go crazy and I'd be ready to put people in ankle locks. Ken Shamrock was my favorite wrestler back in the day, man. Dude used to yell and bow, beat his head, yell. Boom, his signature move was the ankle lock. You know what I'm saying? And I was putting people in ankle locks. That was my thing, man. You know, so I wasn't playing with him, man. Like, stop playing with me. But yeah, man, yeah, you can't tolerate the disrespect, you know. But hey, I'm a lot better now. Hey, still got ways to go. Again, we always can improve, man. We always got room for improvement, man. So I'm never going to act like, man, I'm all the way there. Nah. Like, I still got a long way to go, man, just as far as like improving the mental, improving the temper, improving the anger and frustration. But I can tell you that the way that I eat, man, it helped that drastically, man. You know, it affected it drastically, man. I definitely much more calmer than I used to be. Definitely, like, without a doubt. Still got a long way to go, but I'm definitely getting there, though. Kuma, for sure, man. Hey, I'm trying to be the Dr. Sabi of personal training. You know what I'm saying? A lot of personal trainers, I be giving the total opposite advice in regards to the personal trainer field. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to weightlifting, a lot of people think I'm about to give them the advice of, oh, you need to eat your protein, you need to eat your meat. And I be saying the total opposite of all that, and people be confused. You know, I'm out here telling you to lift weights, but I'm also telling you to fast at the same time. Like, people be confused when I tell them that. Like, what you mean, man? I can lift these weights and not eat? I'm like, yeah, I do it all the time. People be so confused when I be talking to them, man, especially after they didn't talk to all these doctors and all of these trash individuals out here giving this garbage advice. They be confused when they talk to me. They be confused. Like, yeah, man, you can fast 24 hours, still come in here and lift these weights. That's going to help you burn, man. It's healthy. It's good. Well, my doctor said I can't do that. Your doctor told you can eat this swine, though. You know what I'm saying? Your doctor told you can eat this cheese, though. But when I mention fasting, when I say refrain from food for 24 hours, oh, your doctor got a problem now, but you eating this swine, or you eating these Oreo cookies, or you eating these chips, you know what I'm saying, or these Skittles, and your doctor ain't got nothing to say. What they gonna say then? What the doctor gonna say when you start pointing out these bad foods? What they gonna say? Moderation. Everything is cool in moderation until I start talking about fasting. Until I start telling people to go 24 hours with no food, then doctor's gonna, nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool in moderation. But if you start talking about all the trash food that I mentioned, oh, that's cool. Everything cool in moderation. It's funny how everything is cool in moderation until I start talking about fasting. Like, that's funny to me. Everything is cool in moderation until I say, hey, go 24 hours. Just water. Go 24 hours. Raw foods. Go 24 hours. Just fruits. Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You go 24 hours just water, you starving yourself. Boy, we can go days. Listen, it goes like this. Food, water, oxygen. You know what I'm saying? We can go longer without food than we can go without water. And we can go longer without water than we can go without oxygen. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. You know, but they gonna tell you that if you go 24 hours with just water, you about to be out here starving yourself. The biggest lie they ever sold America. Biggest lie they ever sold America, man. I'm telling you, that's one of the best things that you could do for your health, man. One of the best things you could do, man, is, like I read in a book about some months ago, and it was saying like every 2 to 3 months, go on a 7-day juice fast or juice detox, juice cleanse. And then like every other, you know what I'm saying, like once a week, go 24 hours with just either juices or water. Man, I'm telling you, come on now. Taking care of yourself, man. I don't know about y'all, but I listen to the complete opposite of what these doctors out here telling people. That's how I operate. That's how I function. You know, if they telling everybody to do something, then I'm not going to do it, because all the stuff that they told everybody to do has led us to where we are at as far as our health. So I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm gonna take the opposite approach. All right, they telling everybody eat X, Y, and Z. How about I don't eat X, Y, and Z, and instead I'm gonna eat A, B, and C. Makes more sense. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way. Again, I'm not about to do what they telling everybody else to do. We didn't try that. I didn't try that. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't try that. Didn't end well for me. You know what I'm saying? I was getting nosebleeds, had my blood pressure through the roof at like 18 and 19, asthma flaring up that they said I outgrew. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff was going crazy. Now the asthma, that's dairy related. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any asthma type of problems, you don't need to eat dairy at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. That is the biggest trigger for asthma. You know what I'm saying? And they do not be telling people that. They just now coming around a little bit. But if you got asthma, man, you do not need dairy, man. Stay away from dairy. No dairy at all. If you got a child that has asthma, don't feed them no dairy, man. Do not do that. That's how this stuff flares up. That's how your asthma flares up, man, with the dairy. So asthma and dairy are related. You know what I'm saying? They are related. So if you got any type of like any type of asthma type of condition, no dairy at all. Straight up, stay away from it. Stay away from it, man. Stay away from the dairy. Stay away from the cheese. Stay away from that milk. Stay away from all that. Get your fruits and veggies up and watch your breathing, all that, your lung functioning, all of that, man. Just gonna improve. You ain't gonna have any type of flare-ups with your asthma, man. Antonio, man, I get into more of an argument telling people to drop. Man, listen, man, you getting this eyelash in my eyes crazy, man. Once I get off, I'm gonna get this joint out. But I get more flack and more pushback in regards to telling people to stop eating dairy, mainly cheese. A lot of people, man, they not really fooling with the milk these days. I mean, people still out here obviously buying the milk, but for the most part, man, a lot of people say I drink the plant-based milks, this, that, and the third, but they be like cheese, man. People can't get rid of cheese. I have people, they say, man, I ain't got to eat meat, but, man, I need my cheese. So cheese is more of a drug out here than the actual meat. People can go without meat, but, man, that cheese be a problem. That cheese be a problem. Trying to get people to not eat cheese, man, that be killing them. They can't even fathom a life without cheese. So I get a lot more pushback. I get a lot more flack, man. People feel like they got to have their cheese, man, and that's crazy. That crack in that cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that morphine in that cheese, for real though. You know what I'm saying? It's legit drugs in that cheese though, man. That's another topic though. Yeah, that's another topic, man. It's legit drugs in that cheese. That's why you can't get off that cheese, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's legitimately drugs in that cheese, man. That's, again, I'm gonna bring up my resources, man. I get to the crib, but man, it's a lot. That's a legit thing here. But y'all knew that though. Y'all know they lacing this stuff up with all type of nonsense to keep you addicted, man. So this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Agami, hey, stay away from them joints, yo. Stay away from them joints. Get you a plant-based joint. CC for sure, man. I'm trying to tell you. I used to have all those problems, like terrible acne. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. Like my end, I was drinking a lot of sodas, man. A lot of sodas, eating meat, sweets, man. I'm telling you, man. Boy, being young is a boy. At least back then, bro. I'm trying to tell you, but I was eating like a savage. Boy, it ain't no way I'd be surviving eating like that to this day. Not at all. Boy, I was eating like a savage. I was the prototypical, I don't want to eat no veggies, I don't want to eat no fruit. Give me the meat, give me the candy, give me the soda. Man, I was eating all of that. And it didn't even look like it. You know what I'm saying? I was very, very active. Boy, if I wasn't active, we might have had a problem. Brian, man, cheese claws up all of the arteries, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, and that's one of the, cheese and meat, one of the main causes of that high cholesterol. First of all, you don't even need to consume any outside cholesterol because your body produces the proper amount of cholesterol. So anytime you consume any food that contains any ounce of cholesterol, you are more susceptible to high cholesterol because your body naturally produces the proper amount of cholesterol without you having to consume any on the outside or any from the outside. So if you consume anything that has cholesterol in it, man, more than likely you finna have high cholesterol. Oh, mastermind for sure. Paper chasing records, peace what's happening. Mastermind. That for the most part, man, when you start transitioning, you gonna feel worse before you feel better, man. So you gonna get sick. You definitely gonna get sick. And even when you all the way cleansed, man, you still might get a little cold or two. It's all about how you recover though. Like your recovery time gonna be a lot faster once you start eating better. So yeah, you might get a cold or something, but man, you're gonna bounce back. If that cold used to last you 5 days, when you start eating healthy, when you clean your system, now you might have a cold for about a day or two, and then it's gone. And another thing too, what I have studied about when you start eating better, like eating more raw foods and stuff like that. And this is probably why I be having like this is why I was ready to body slam, cuz. But when you start having when you they say it's harder to repress emotions when you cleanse your system. Because they say like the acidic foods, it numbs the emotions. Like it numbs these repressed emotions. Like so it makes it easier to repress these emotions because it just numbs you, in regards to that. But when you start cleansing yourself, like these emotions start to flow out of you. So it's harder to suppress the emotions and feelings when you start eating clean, when you have a cleaner inside or a cleaner internal system. You can't repress the emotions. So you're going to find yourself, I don't want to say get more emotional, but you're going to express yourself a lot more. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be harder for you to hold stuff in. Gami, the best way to clean the arteries, like I say, stay away from anything that's containing any type of cholesterol because you don't need it. And again, man, you eat your green, they say 7 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I guarantee you nobody is getting close to doing that. But if you do that on a day-to-day basis, man, hey, them arteries going to be right and exact. But like I say, smoothie or two a day, fruits, veggies, and put your water in there. And you stay away from anything that contains any type of cholesterol, man. Them arteries going to be good to go. Jazz for sure, like for real. Seriously. Any dramatic change. And that's why a lot of people, what's messed up about it is that's why a lot of people essentially end up, deviating from the vegan or the plant-based lifestyle. Because they do, man, if I had the time, I would further elaborate on this. But that's why a lot of people deviate from it. They try to go vegan or they try to go raw, they try to go vegetarian or whatever the case may be. They just try to eat better and they start feeling bad, right? And then what happened is they relapse and eat some meat. And then that they would think that meat is what made them feel better. Nah, that's almost like a person that's trying to get off some drugs, man. And then they go get another hit of that heroin or whatever, and then they think that made them feel better. That's not what's actually happening, man. That's not what's happening at all. You misinterpreting the signs. You know what I'm saying? Because you done tricked your body for so long. But man, I can get into the deep science of that, man. So a lot of people, when they try to transition to the healthier lifestyle, they start feeling trash, and then they'll go back and eat the foods that they was trying to refrain from, and it'll temporarily make them feel better. And then they attribute it to, oh, I went vegan, it didn't work. I need to eat meat. No, you do not. So I tell people that all the time, man. But y'all, with that being said, man, Muzz coming in here late, you know what I'm saying? We gotta work on that. But with that being said, man, I gotta tap out. I gotta do this last session, man, and I gotta get to this book, man, because this book is writing exact as conscious eating. So I'm gonna try to tap in with y'all. I'm gonna do a short upload, man. It's gonna be revolving around health, man. Give y'all a little tip or two. So be on the lookout for that later on, man. But I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love, donations, all the comments. Y'all take it easy out here. I'm gonna try to tap in with y'all again, possibly on Thursday. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. I'm out though. Peace.